Hey, how's it going? This is Josh from Books by Josh, and I want to welcome you to episode number 32. This episode's been a long time coming because it's called Completed. So it's the final episode in our trifecta of starting it, following through with it, and now completed. So let's talk. What do I mean by completed? Well, if you listen to the previous two episodes, talk about just anything in general. You set out to do. So if you set out to ride a bike a mile a day for a month, you have to follow through. But completing it is always the hardest task. We all start things. That's why we all get those gym memberships at the end of the year or the beginning of the new year to say new year, new me. But we never complete our tasks. I know I started a course many years ago to become a teacher in Japan and I never completed. Why is that? Because commitment is hard. Following through for a while is good, but most of the things that we never complete is because of delayed gratification. I talk about this a lot. Delayed gratification is hard to live with. It's like investing in the stock market. I have money in there, but I don't see the returns. And you might want to pull out the money and say, hey, I want to go buy that new fancy 8K TV. Or hey, I should get a new sound system for my car. But that's instant gratification, and that's why most of us don't succeed, is because completing a task is delayed gratification. Think about it. It took me years to finish my book, but in all honesty, it took me 2 weeks to finish it. To actually sit down, write 16 hours a day for 14 days straight to complete half of the book. Because I was procrastinating, putting it off, because I didn't want to complete it. Felt that if I complete it, it would be something that I'll be shameful of. Things like that. I made up all these lies in my head saying, oh, you can't do it. You'll never be able to do that. It's the same as with a lot of other things in life. A lot of us are scared to go back to school because we might feel we're too old or we have nothing to learn. Or people will say something about us. So we start, hey, in college, I started college, I dropped out, I didn't complete it. I know I used certain circumstances that happened, like with family members losing their job. It was 2008, one of the hardest financial crises of my generation. Things of that nature, but at the end of the day, I didn't complete it. I set out to do something and I didn't complete it. And if I didn't do this episode, guess what? If I would do another topic, I wouldn't have completed this trifecta. This trifecta is important because you guys have to understand. You have to start something. You have to put in the work, then you have to finish it. And that's why I sat down today. I'm in excruciating pain. I'm probably going to write about this over the weekend, but I have to put in the work. I sat here, came home from work, walked a mile in the rain, and changed my computer's cooler because that ran out, so I've been overheating. So a whole lot of things. That's why I haven't been posting as much. I've been procrastinating doing that. But I complete the task because I knew I had to, and I'm like, you know what? Let me record this episode because this episode is very important. We have to complete what we start. We can't be quitters. Think about it. When you're old or you're talking to your kids or your grandkids, hey, I started a business, but guess what? I quit. Why did you quit? Oh, you know what? The economy was bad. I think it wasn't the right field. My business partner screwed me over. It wasn't a good business plan. But you know what, little Jimmy, little Susie? You complete everything you start. You're a hypocrite. How can you preach to complete something if you don't complete anything yourself? Let's be real here. If you want anything to change, you have to change it yourself. And completing your tasks is what it takes. Okay, to attain your goal, you have to do certain things. I bought a Kindle Paperwhite just so I could read and stay away from distractions. So I could just go in the bathroom, honestly, leave my phone on my desk, go to the bathroom, and sit there and read. Why? Because no distractions. I want to complete my task. I want to read. Back to a book a week. I've fallen off. I haven't finished a book in about 3 weeks. Understand? And that takes commitment. It takes 2 hours every day of reading. Mind you, I have other things I do I work full time. I write these blog posts that take a couple hours. I have other things to take care of my sick father, but guess what? It's all excuses. I didn't make the time to complete my test, and guess what? That's why I actually did today. And I'm proud of myself. I want you guys to be proud of yourselves too. If you're doing anything, finish it. See it through to the end. You never know what it'll bring for you. Going to the gym every day will change your life. It's true. I wish I could go to the gym right now. I can't even pick up 5 pounds. I try to pick up a 1.5 liter bottle of Fiji with my right arm. I can't. And that hurts. But guess what? It's not going to stop me from recording this podcast, typing my blog post, editing a video that I had him for like a month and a half. Because guess what? I have to see what I start to the end so I can see results. Just the other day, I've uploaded my book. It's on Amazon. It's on BarnesandNoble.com for the paper version. It's on CreateSpace, things like that. But guess what? It's not. It's not on Google Play Books. But guess what? I submitted it because I finally got my publisher account through them. And I went back to Smashwords because there was a whole thing there that I've had the email for over a year saying to fix this, that, and the third, but I never did it. Honestly, I half-assed it. So, you know what I did? Spent hours fixing everything I could the other night. Wednesday night. And I got a lot done. Because you have to finish what you start. If not, what have you accomplished? Think about that. And that's it for this episode of the Books by Josh Audio Experience. Immersion, whatever I call it. I change the name every episode. But if you enjoyed it, thank you. Also, we're now on Pocket Cast, so if any of your friends have Pocket Cast, I know I do, because I like streaming it to my Chromecast, let them know. Books by Josh Audio Immersion /experience/show is now on Pocket Cast. And coming soon in more ways than one. Later, guys.